What's going on there, YouTube? And welcome back to another comic book video. Alright guys, so we are going to jump back into more DC Rebirth. But this time guys, we're going to sit down and cover Batgirl Annual number 2. And the reason why is because a year ago, I used to cover a lot of Batgirl content on my channel. We covered Batgirl, we covered Birds of Prey. I mean, we were covering a lot of different Batgirl content on my channel. And the thing is, guys, I got busy with school. I had to go to school full time, and basically my hours got cut back at work, so I couldn't afford comics like I wanted to. Now, with school being a little easier now and getting promotion in my job and having some more money, I'm able to buy more comics. And catching up on Batgirl and seeing what I miss, looking back, I'm kind of like, they didn't go anywhere with Batgirl. They didn't move forward with Batgirl. Like, they're still on the idea of Nightwing and Batgirl could happen. Or, you know, Batgirl basically building up her rogue gallery. But the only character they have for her rogue gallery is a son of the Penguin. And he came back for revenge, and she beat him in like 3 or 4 books, and that was it. And so looking at everything I missed for Batgirl, I'm kind of like, they're not going anywhere. They need a new writer. They need a new team on this book, because right now Batgirl is just there. Like, when I sit down and read other Batman content, you know, Nightwing, Batman, Detective Comics, I'm kind of like, man, these stories are amazing. But when I get to Batgirl and seeing what I miss, I'm kind of like, dang, it's just Batgirl. She hasn't gone anywhere yet. But Annual number 2 with a new writer, and his name is Scott, and I cannot pronounce his last name, Margareed. You know what? Forget it. But Scott, this new writer, has come in and said, listen, give me the keys to Batgirl. Let me control the Batgirl content. And guys, after reading this first book right here from him, Annual number 2, I'm kind of like, yo, it's legit. Batgirl is back. Like, I feel like with this new writer, Batgirl is going to be like some spectacular stuff coming from her title. Like, I feel like she's going to be the main person I'm going to read for the Batman family. Now guys, way the story starts off, we pick up with Batgirl just being Batgirl. And what I mean is that right now, a lot of things is happening in her area of Gotham. Now guys, remember, she's in Burnside, and Burnside is her own part of Gotham. Like, it's part of Gotham, at the same time it's not part of Gotham, but Burnside is her territory to guard. Like, she guards Burnside. And so right now, she's just going around trying to figure out what's going on. Because in the past couple weeks, there have been multiple murders in her area in Burnside. And she's kind of like, what in the world's going on? Why are people being murdered, like, you know, left and right? First, it was 2 police officers. But now here we are, it's some old man in his apartment being stabbed in the back like the other 2 police officers were. And so you have Batgirl just trying to figure out what in the world is going on. And so as she's talking to one of the detectives, which I forgot her name, I'm sorry, but as Batgirl sitting down and talking to one of the detectives about the case, she realized something, that the way these folks were murdered and their bodies are laying, it reminded her of her old favorite scary movie, her favorite slasher movie. And she's kind of like, she gets a flashback of her brother, and her dad watching these slasher movies, these scary movies, almost every Saturday night. And she's kind of like, the bodies, the way they're laid out, the way they're here, the way they were killed or stabbed, is just like the movies I used to watch when I was younger with my dad and my brother. Now guys, this is Scott, the writer, bringing back characters that used to play a big role in Batgirl's life. And so she says, there's no way my brother could be back in Gotham. He could be in Burnside. I need to figure this out. And so what she does, she goes to Blackgate to see if it's true that if her brother somehow escaped from Blackgate. But when she gets there, her brother is still in jail. Now guys, her brother's name is James. And the thing is guys, the last time we saw James was back in DC New 52. Like Batgirl issue number, I forgot. Like it was the earlier content. But like he played a big role in her New 52 storyline in the first half of New 52. And so he's been gone for a while. I mean, he has disappeared in DC Comics for years. And so the new writer for Batgirl saying, let's bring him back. Like, let's use him again as a possibility of a future supervillain again for Batgirl. And so when she arrives, she's kind of like, okay, so you did not escape Blackgate. You didn't break out of jail. So you did not kill those people. But you do have James tell her, listen, even though I've been locked up in here, I got people out there writing me love letters. And so this is Scott saying, listen, James is a well-known serial killer in Gotham. Like this man killed people left and right. And so basically he built up a cult. He has a cult in Gotham following him. And the thing is, in this cult, it's just different women. And they're all writing him love letters left and right, saying all these great things about him, how cool he is, the things he did. Like they're basically saying that this dude is amazing. And thing is, guys, James is kind of like, I do write them back. And I do talk about the murders of what they have done or what I have done in the past. And so for Barbara to hear this, she's kind of like, it makes her sick because this was her brother. Now guys, little quick history lesson. When it comes to James, the brother of Barbara Gordon, they were close growing up, but then she realized that he started to change, that he was growing darker. And the thing is, he was getting darker because he started to hate his own sister because he believed that his mom and his father, Commissioner Gordon, only loved their daughter because she was a great athlete, this smart kid. She was doing all these great things. And so to see her brother like this, you know, she keeps having flashbacks of him as being a good little boy. And now here he is like 20 years later, locked up in jail in Blackgate. And now hearing that after killing so many people that he basically built up a cult in Gotham. And so you do have Batgirl go out there and she's trying to figure out which one of these girls could be the person killing for her brother in Burnside. Now, after like going through like 2 different women and finding out that, you know, one's already locked up, one is in an abusive relationship, she comes down to the third and final person. And she realized this person has to be the one who killed the police officers, who killed that old man earlier in this story. And so you do have her go out there to arrest this girl. Now, of course, the girl does fight back and Batgirl fights her and Batgirl does defeat her. But this is the best part of this whole book right here. Because after Batgirl gets her, you do have Batgirl ask, why did you do it? Why are you trying to impress, you know, James Gordon, her brother? And you do have the girl who's the killer of this whole story. She tells Barbara Gordon, no, he came to me. He found me. He was able to figure out that I was a killer in other killings in Gotham. He came to me and he taught me the ways of killing. And he knew that it would get to you somehow. And so after Barbara Gordon hears this, she comes to find out that her brother, he's now basically manipulating people in Gotham to kill for him. Like I said, there's a cult out there for him. It's a small cult being built up who's right now falling in love with Barbara Gordon's brother James. And she says he was able to find out who she was, contact her, and show her the way, the right way to him, how to kill people. And it's kind of like, dang, that's dark. And it's different for Batgirl in the DC Rebirth. This stuff right here is kind of like New 52 stuff, but now we're seeing again in DC Rebirth, and I like it. And so, just to go ahead and wrap this book up, you do have Barbara go back to her brother and tell her brother, yes, I was able to figure out which of the women who've been talking to you or writing love letters to you, I was able to figure out which one was it and arrest them and stop them. But again, you do have Barbara Gordon realize that her brother, the little boy that she keeps having flashback of, is never coming back. That he's a sick man who loves killing, who now has a cult built around him, and to basically make him a better super villain. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this book up. Please leave me a like down below. Also subscribe for more comic book stories in the near future. Also, guys, any suggestions on books I should read, let me know in the comments below, because you never know, your suggestion could be a future video down the road. But yeah, guys, I like this. Like, this new writer for Batgirl could make things 10 times better, and I like this. But anyways, guys, I'm out, and I'll see you on the next comic book video.